I'm Esther Buerki, the author of Living Without Fear and the co-publisher of the Amazon best-selling Inspired Journeys. Get in touch with me if you want to start living without fear or even writing your book. And please share this podcast with a friend who you know needs to hear this episode. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, write a short review, and rate it on your favorite podcast platform with a lot of stars if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your support. This truly means a lot to me. And today, I'd like to talk about the power of visualizations. How beautiful can your life be? How can you influence it? Believe me, I had to learn this the hard way. I was so skeptical in the past, a decade ago. I only believed things that are rational or easy to achieve, but nothing that was connected to this inner work. If you are like that, I know exactly how hard it is to shift this, to change from only seeing the rational world, but also the world that is beyond, the invisible. And I didn't really believe that I could work when my Tony Robbins coach told me to choose 3 sentences and tell them over and over again. But I tried it out. And because I was so desperate, I wanted to get away from my fears, my anxieties, and my depressive state. I wanted to get rid of this self that was so emotional sometimes and couldn't be helped to get out of this state. I thought everything was helpless, and the sooner or later I will need psychiatric help again to take other antidepressants, etc., etc. So I started with telling myself again and again, "You are amazing, Esther. You can do it, and you will reach your dreams." Whenever I realized that I had again stepped into this negative self-talk, and I describe it in my book, Living Without Fear, very detailed. Whenever I realized I needed to change those negative sentences, I turned the switch and started another program in my head. "You're amazing. You can do it. You can go for your dreams." I did it mechanically, and first, I didn't feel anything. But the more I did it, the more I started believing these sentences. And as an intellectual person, as a journalist, it helped me a lot to do this with sentences and to get into the feelings later. The same thing happened to me with visualizations. I didn't believe so much that it could work. But I tried it out because I felt I needed to change something in my life. Because when I woke up in the morning, I felt kind of sad or useless. And when things didn't turn out beautifully during the day, I went back to my old self, who was afraid that after one bad thing happened, it will be followed by many bad things, and I won't be able to step out of this negative phase in my life. Sometimes I even was afraid that I will get stuck again in that state, and all the work I've done until now wasn't helpful at all. I even started doubting my progress. I went back to that old rabbit hole and wanted to hide there for a few hours or longer. And I told my coach that I really needed some help with it to turn this situation around. And he really helped me with reminding me of the power of visualizations. What I keep on doing now, and I do it whenever I feel I'm not in my beautiful state and the negative thoughts already started turning in my head, is that I imagine my life being so beautiful. I start with telling me the sentences in my head. My life is beautiful. And then I imagine in front of my inner eye how beautiful my life is. I flood my heart with positive thoughts and feelings. I feel deeply into those feelings. If you're sensitive as me, you can really feel it in your body. Those positive feelings start expanding from your heart into your chest, your stomach, your arms, your legs, and you start feeling lighter and lighter. And if you have people around you who aren't doing well, who are suffering, for example, my 80-year-old parents, I send them all those positive feelings as well. And I imagine them, how they will have a good day without too much vertigo, and how they can perceive joy to be able to get up at that age and enjoy the day. Or I send positive feelings to my boys and imagine their day being beautiful with a lot of positive experiences with their teachers or their boss and work colleagues. And you know what? After I've done this visualization, I feel so great. I feel my life is amazing. And I'm no longer afraid of my day. I know I can change gears if something happens that is challenging for me. I know I'm able to face all the challenges with a lighter heart, and the universe has my back. But all you need to do is the actual work. You need to do those visualizations and reframe your life. Living without fear means to do the work, the inner work, and nobody can do it for you. Nobody can change your thoughts and feelings. You have to do it. You're the only one. You are the master of your life. Back then, I hated hearing this. I always heard me saying, but I didn't grow up with loving parents. I didn't get a lot of self-confidence. They never believed in me. They were always afraid that something bad could happen. Or I told myself I didn't have too much luck. I didn't find the right partner, the perfect job, or I was too sensitive, and that's why I cannot handle my emotions. If you think like this, I can so much relate to this. But I need to tell you that you can start today to change something small in your life. If it's only the way you're thinking of yourself, or seeing that your cup is half full and not half empty. It may sound so cliché. I hear you. I was there too. But believe me, you can change. Today, right now. And if you do the same tomorrow and after tomorrow, and if you keep on listening or reading motivational stuff, you will see progress. Start today, imagining your life being beautiful and filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment. Thank you, dear listener, for spending your time with me and searching for living a better life. I cannot repeat it enough. In case you feel worthless and nobody seems to like you, I tell you, you're amazing, I love you, and the world needs you. And please, don't stop telling yourself these sentences. Have an amazing day and talk to you next week.